Come on, Savannah.
3, 2, 1, face off.
Easy.
Face forward, please, guys. Perfect.
Thanks, boys. Good. Thank you, guys. All right, good.
I wouldn't be that surprised that these are the two best guys in welterweight division, and I think it's a tough fight. But again, we're talking about Islam Makhachev. He's getting a little bit older now, but he's still in his prime. Seen multiple guys say how strong he is. Once he gets older, guys, they don't seem to be able to escape. I can't think at any point that Islam is going to lose. Islam Makhachev.
About for every aspect of this fight. Now, the striking, Ian Garry, what are the obvious things? Very tall, the tallest opponent that Islam has ever faced to date.
Yeah.
Habib and Islam also said that he's very hard to hit because he moves a lot. You know, he tends to run. And Islam said, the only thing in camp that I really haven't enjoyed is having to chase fighters down because we're preparing specifically for Ian and how much he uses the cage and kind of disengages and only really re-engages on his own terms.
Right.
But Islam's also a great striker in his own right. I think because his grappling's so good, he doesn't get a lot of credit for being a really good striker, and he actually is a very good striker. So let's start there. You know, it's going to be open stance mostly, left-handed for Islam, going to be fighting out of southpaw. Ian fights orthodox, so we're going to have an open stance likely for the majority of the fight, which I know you love to break those down.
Yes.
So what are you seeing on the striking in this one?
Yeah, this is really interesting. Ian Garry is obviously a great striker, and that's how he's been able to win most of his fights and get to a title shot. But Islam Makhachev's striking is actually slept on, and it's largely because he comes from Dagestan, and everybody knows Khabib was the guy who set the precedence, and they have great grappling from there. But the Dagestani strikers or fighters are becoming really high-level strikers. Just look at Usman or Magomedov.
More knockouts than any other method of victory.
Exactly. So I am actually loving how Islam's striking is coming along. His kicks are great. He's got really good discipline with his jab hand. So whenever he does throw a combo or closes distance to try to land some strikes, when he exits, he's really good about putting a jab in your face just to sort of keep you at bay. It usually doesn't land, but it's really good to get something out there and in the line of fire from what Ian Garry or anybody else in the past.
3 days remain, and the biggest question is no longer who talks better, it is whose game plan survives when the fight actually begins.
Renato Moicano, Dustin Poirier. As much as Dustin Poirier is a legend of the sport, they're not as dangerous as the guys I've just mentioned. Not only that, every single one of them is bigger, longer. Javkat was 18-0 and 18 finishes when I fought. Carlos Praches had an 11-fight win streak by knockout when I fought him. When I step into this octagon against Islam Makhachev, I'm going to prove to the world why I'm a shadow.
With UFC 330 just 3 days away, the discussion surrounding Islam Makhachev and Ian Machado Garry has entered its final stage. The long build-up is almost over, and attention is now shifting toward the details that could actually determine the fight. Training has been completed, predictions are being revisited, and every reaction from both camps is receiving closer attention. But beneath all the noise, one question stands above the rest. Can Garry force Makhachev to fight at an unfamiliar pace, or will the champion gradually bring the contest into the areas where he is most comfortable?
Oh man, that fight, when is gonna be that fight? October, I think? October, August? So, man, it's hard to be against Islam Makhachev, you know? I think he's super good. Looks like the division fits perfect to him. Ian Garry has an amazing footwork, amazing head movement, a really good distance, but I don't know, man. I think I'm going with Islam Makhachev.
Someone gave you $10,000 right now to bet on that fight. Where are you putting it?
I think the odds, because of the style, favors Makhachev probably. You know, stylistically, he's a freaking nightmare to fight for anyone. He's, I think, right now the best pound for pound on the planet. But Ian Garry definitely has all the chance also on his side to do it. He's a very good striker. He's very long. He's great grappling, a great grappler as well. But he need, I think, to find a way to keep the fight standing, you know, like, and to use his his style, to his own.
That question makes this matchup much more complicated than a simple striker versus grappler comparison. The outcome could depend on small details such as footwork, distance, timing, takedown defense, clinch positioning, conditioning, and the ability to make adjustments under pressure. Even the final face-off can attract attention, with fans studying expressions and body language for clues. But those moments don't decide fights. At most, they show how each competitor appears to be handling the pressure immediately before competition. Makhachev's biggest advantage may come from the way he combines different areas of MMA. His striking can create reactions. Those reactions can open opportunities to close distance, and the clinch can then become a pathway toward takedowns and positional control. Once an opponent is forced to defend one threat, another can appear immediately afterward. That interconnected style means his opponents aren't simply preparing for wrestling. They are preparing for a sequence of decisions that can change from one exchange to the next.